So, Fat Man,
So sleazy.
what is this new promotion that's come out with a brand new show?
I don't know what this new promotion is, but it's way better than what AEW thinks it is.
Wow.
And no, sleazy, it does not stand for Total Nonstop Agents. I'm sorry.
I'm out.
Same. I'm out. Well, let's talk about that and Viva Van on the wrestling show. Welcome.
No,
No?
I will not come for you.
No fucking lie.
I'll come for you, but not for him.
To another episode of the wrestling show. Today we have the proud papa, the king of Super Mario.
The
Ryan.
rightful next Hall of Famer.
Wow.
No, the next Hall of Famer's in my hand, and I'm not talking about my dick.
That's not going into a Hall of Fame.
The pencil is 100% going in.
It's because he thinks he's the booker.
I am.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Thank you. Today we're going back in time, but
it is a fucking sentimental episode, and don't play it as such.
it is. It kind of is, yeah. 20. What was it? 2014?
2002 in June. Total
No,
nonstop
he's
action.
talking about when it went away
When it
from
left.
TNA.
When it, I can't remember when it became Impact.
Was it Global Force?
It was Global Force for a while, and then
I want to say
maybe it was later than 2014.
17?
Maybe. You know,
18?
we don't do research on this fucking show.
We're not journalists.
Because we're not. Thank you.
Fuck you, we're not journalists. We absolutely are journalists.
When was it?
Impact Wrestling started to be referred as such March 2017. They went for Global Force Wrestling from June 2017 to September, which then went back to Impact Wrestling.
Oh, so they were Global Force after the name change.
Yeah, because of the Jarrett thing.
Yeah. Global Force Gold, right? Did you get yours?
Carney's got a Carney, boss. Like,
right?
Don't shit on it. He's like, what, 50, 60 now? And he's still in a major promotion on TV.
Making that money, and because of the way he works, he'll be able to wrestle for at least another 7-8 years. That motherfucker knows how to work.
Unlike fuckhead Darby, who actually sells. Now, Darby's the only one on the AEW roster that sells right, because his shit's real.
I was just going to say that.
He doesn't sell, he just fucking dies.
Hello, Younger Williams. Since we have a chat, and I like to reference our multitude of fans.
Wait, didn't Sammy Guevara almost die on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, yes, yeah.
Seth Rollins hurt his knee last night or Monday, depends on when you're watching and listening.
Oh yeah, I heard. Somebody tried to do a Lo Mein Pain with Carmelo Hayes, and I couldn't. Who was it? Was it Austin Theory?
That one that talks about dribbling basketballs?
Theory got hurt. Cora Jade got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte's hurt.
Charlotte's hurt.
Yeah,
what I love is looking on Reddit and people being like, "This is WWE schedule. Go to fuck." Like, well, really? Fuck off. I can walk down the street and twist my ankle. Is that...
Aha! Sleazy's done that before.
I've done that. I've legitimately done that.
Did you sue the city of whatever town you were in because you were dumb and slipped?
It was even worse than that because I had no choice in the matter.
He was going down no matter what.
Yep. And that's how I got my first job in wrestling.
He took a bump on cobblestone.
No.
I'm thinking plenty.
I was going down no matter what.
I bet you were going down no matter what.
God damn it, you fucks.
Ah,
I had the joke there, and you guys just trampled it and then tried to retell it.
because
Did we
you
fuck
said
it to
it.
death and bring it back to life? A refuculation?
A refuculation. TNA wrestling. Hard to kill.
Yeah.
We're already 7 minutes into the show. We don't even know what the fuck. We're talking about cobblestones and breaking our ankles
Yay.
in pure wrestling show fashion, you know.
Oh, I did not grab anyone's star ratings for this, by the way. So
There is a letter rating out that I saw, like A, B, C, that kind of that, but it was no star ratings.
they're on the show.
They're on the show. What?
ABC.
Oh yeah. I've got Kristen Thompson's.
That's
TW.
usually who we get
Yeah,
every
Yeah.
time.
I got it right here.
Nobody else watches Impact or TNA, and then we just don't write an article. Missed opportunity on our part, being that people search this shit up.
Fair. That's one of us should probably get into that. Or
I don't know how
if
to
you're listening to the wrestling show right now and you want to join us,
What a segue.
thank you for that. We are still doing a talent search for the wrestling show.
Not in his van. He does not have candy. Do not get in his van.
For the last time.
Okay, for
it's-
100% he has candy in that man.
Yes.
So
The problem isn't the fact that there's candy in the van. The problem is that the lie is that I'm giving away my candy. But talent search, get a hold of us on Facebook or on Instagram or send an email to sleazy@thewrestlingshow.com. Give us your, who you are, what you like about wrestling, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to keep this open for, I want to say, maybe 2 more weeks, and have a definitive answer by the end of the month. But yeah, check it out. If you are,
Comes down the corner and judges me for my chicken fingers.
how dare you?
I mean, that's what I had for dinner. Too.
So if you do want to join this ragtag group of assholes, please send us a message on Instagram or
You're
sleazy
too
at
good for my chicken fingers.
thewrestlingsshow.com.
Can we talk about wrestling for our spousal abuse this bitch on podcast?
Wow.
Thank
Hey,
you, Sleazy, for
I didn't
buying
make
me
a Bill
enough time.
Cosby comment. I didn't say the word ant, and I didn't say the word ginger. Don't fucking wow me.
How dare you say Ginger on a week where Jinder Mahal wrestled in a main event?
I can't believe Ginger Mahal. Now I need to go on mute so I can say something.
Yeah, okay.
Al Bear says Sleazy won't accept my application. Fat Man and Ryan. 1, why bring me into it? 2,
Sleazy, that's bullshit.
fuck
Just 'cause
Al
you hate
Barrett.
Al
Apparently, I'm stealing Sleazy's gimmick.
Yeah.
Fuck Al Barrett.
Also, fuck out there.
So
Sleazy, that is just because Al is getting better statistical scorecards than you does not mean that you can disregard that man's application.
Okay, first of all, he's got no heat with me right now. There's another person that's got a lot of heat with me. And that's fucking Deets.
We'll talk about if he comes on, we'll talk about scorecards. If he don't come on, fuck him.
But I was third in both scorecards because of number 2 down here, motherfucker. Yeah, in both.
why are you pointing at me? You know I don't fill these out.
Fair.
You're like, me?
Down
Wasn't
here.
me.
It's down here on the episode.
No, Ryan pointed to himself. I'm like, why the fuck you pointing yourself? You know it wasn't me.
Yeah, right?
Well, Al, don't worry. I know the pull. I know the people with some power in this organization here. We're going to get your application.
Pencil.
Where's Michelle again?
The pe-
Sure as
we
hell
all
ain't me.
know Wiggles runs that house.
You're damn fucking right she does.
We all know that.
The
Hey, I got a question. Anybody watch pre-show?
Hell no.
Nope.
Do you at least want to go over the results?
Sure.
So in the first match back under the TNA, where the fuck did you go that fast, you bastard? I just had it. Oh, here it is. Stupid fancy mouse with its extra fucking clicks. Steve Macklin defeated Rich Swann in a singles match. First match to open up under the TNA umbrella. Former world champs too, so that was nice. The System, which is a brand new stable of Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, accompanied to the ring by Alicia Edwards. Also, the stable includes Moose, iPhone, defeated Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young, and Crazy Steve defeated Tommy Dreamer for the Digital Media Championship.
Yeah, we don't got to see Tommy Dreamer walk in the ring anymore.
Technically, that's a waddle, but
Waddle's like me.
I was going to say, that's called the sleazy.
Yeah.
The announcer said he did lose 40 pounds up into the match, so I guess they really noticed that Dreamer looked like a wet bag of milk.
What, because he cut his hair?
That's greasy water. That's 40 pounds.
Fair. Yeah. Didn't somebody else okay, while we're
Top Dollar debuted and beat the crap out of Joe Hendry.
But we believe in Joe Henry.
We do believe in Joe Hendry.
No, we didn't believe that night. Apparently not hard enough. Side note, Top Dollar is going to be a massive heel in TNA.
He's going to be a threat to win every Royal Rumble match that they have. King of the Mountain.
That's an underrated match.
It's interesting.
It's a reverse ladder match. I get the concept sounds stupid, but we believe in a sport with undead wizards, and PCO comes back every pay-per-view from the dead. So, I'm going to accept my reverse ladder match.
Aswang made it here, okay? That's all I have to say. Speaking of total nonstop Asians, how did everyone like the new ring announcer?
Pretty, and before I continue, because I think I'm going to last, Fat Man, did you do anything up on this?
Say that what now?
I said, did you do anything up on this?
What do you mean anything up on this?
Like cards, times?
Yes.
Oh, he's got them all.
It's Impact. Sometimes I run it.
That's true.
Sure.
That's fair.
If you want to run it, you can.
I'll do my normal shit and talk about it and go to you for stats, which I do enjoy.
Yeah.
Opening up the pay-per-view, the second ever Knockouts Ultimate X match to determine the number one contender for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Giselle Shaw, Alicia Edwards, Danny Luma, Joni Threat, Tasha Steeles, and Zaya Brookside. Fuckhead, hit him with the stats.
It's Fat Man, not Fuckhead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got dyslexia. I added letters or some shit.
I don't speak Canadian. It's 12 minutes, and Christian Thompson gave this 3.5 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Yeah.
Hold on, before he goes, I bet you Rick Stonner's real mad somewhere. Do you not remember? Giselle Shaw's the one Rick Stonner had to fucking freak.
Oh, Rick Steiner.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you said Rick Stunner. I'm like, who the fuck is Rick Stunner?
Rejected porn name? Oh, I missed an opportunity. I should have said Giselle Shaw's dead name. Fuck.
You should have, and you didn't. Sorry.
Well, I did, but...
Womp womp.
Giselle Shaw goes over, by the way, and this match was fucking Sleazy's turn to talk.
I loved it. I thought it was great. They did a great job of putting the match together. I think that Brookside is going to be a huge deal, obviously, with her signing here. But there's only one person to win this match, and it was Giselle. There was nobody else that in my mind should have won here.
Fuck your edibles, Ryan. Mute yourself.
Wow, you fuck.
Oh, later on, as I got no edibles and a bunch of joints to smoke tonight. Fuck you.
Right. I thought the midair spear was fucking great.
Why is it in ladder type matches? Because I'm not just going to say ladder matches, because this is technically a ladder type match.
Yeah.
The spears off the top look fucking gross. Not bad gross, but just like, ugh.
It's any type of body to body contact in the air that makes it that much, because anything can happen when you're coming down.
The World Wrestling Federation.
Yes. Also in the air. But yeah, it just everything about it looked really cool. It wasn't like, blow your socks off amazing, but it was good. I gave it 4 stars, and I thought it was a great way to open up the show.
No, you're absolutely right. It was a fantastic opener. Normally, an Ultimate X match is a great opener for TNAs historically, anyways. And this being such a big one, being the second ever Knockouts one. The right kid died, and I know the right kid died because that's what I put on my scorecard because I couldn't figure it out and just sat and looked at the names. I went, who needs this more than anybody else right now? Giselle Shaw being the one that's there the longest, but not really a name. Like a name, but not really. This was her Tasha Steelz moment when Steelz wins the knockout title. This is Giselle Shaw's next jump into the knockout upper echelon of the realm.
She needed this. Simple as that.
Fat man?
Yeah, 4 stars. I agree with Sleazy. Means I'm wrong, but that was that was a way better match than I thought it was going to be. All the stars had time to shine. And TNA has a very bright women's future ahead, even with like these up and coming wrestlers. I mean, Giselle Shaw, Tasha Steelz, Alicia Edwards, but Jody Threat, Brookside, yeah. So, and Ray Kid died.
Second match, which turns into the third match. So I'm just going to say it all together into the one. PCO versus Dirty Dango, which turned into Rhino, PCO, and the returning Jake Something versus Alpha Bravo, Vladimir Kozlov, because I can barely pronounce that, let alone his fucking name here, and Dirty Dango. Fat man, do you have stats for both?
The PCO and Dango match with 1 minute and 15 seconds. Done, obviously, because it went 1 minute 15 seconds.
I told Michaela that's long sex. I don't know what you're talking about.
7 minutes and 20
What did you do
seconds.
the other 15 seconds?
I was going to say, what did you do for the other minute?
I was giving him a minute. I gave him a minute.
Then the trios match went 7 minutes and 20 seconds, and Christian Thompson gave this an okay match for a house show. Ryan,
we'll go from start to finish because I don't want to.
Hold on. Yo, dog, I heard like tag team matches.
I was hoping you were going to save this one for the bigger one, but yeah, I do.
I got it with every tag match.
I know. I'm glad it turned into it. But I'm not looking at this as a shitty match and then a decent match. I'm looking at this as all because Ryan's the person that it's sports entertainment, professional wrestling. It has to blend into one. This whole thing is a segment to me. I think the whole segment was good. They went a bit of funky way around getting into it. But again, I watched Heavy G. I watched PCO get brought back to life again. So, like, what do I know?
Oh, by the way, this is the first wrestling show my girlfriend watched.
Ever?
Not ever, but
well, I was going to say he has that homemade porn thing. Yeah, that's
I do.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Okay,
she
3 nights in Fat Man. Yeah,
she was kind of confused by how me and Ryan got together in that situation, but it's okay.
It's fine. Nobody listens to the fucking plot.
Fat Man, as a whole,
I liked it. I thought they probably just should have booked it as a trios match, but I was fine with how they led to it. I didn't really have a problem with it, but it was another match I thought was better than expected. And again, here's the thing. I have not been watching the weeklies of TNA lately.
Did you not know that Dirty Dango and the boys were a thing? Or
No. I was watching that, and I'm looking at the Russian, and I go, that's fucking Vladimir Kozlov.
He's been back for weeks.
And I didn't even know. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing there?
He's been back forever now.
Santino Marella's on the fucking roster. What did you expect?
You know what's funny?
His hot daughter would be there?
I watched all of this, and when Santino comes out and makes the 6-man, the first thing that went through my head was, fuck, man, they're former tag team champions. Why are they not getting along? Like, that's their boy. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
So I gave it 3 stars.
Please, A.
I gave...
Wow, that was a fucking great... I gave it a meh.
I gave it a... The match was bad, 4 stars. Yeah,
it was definitely a warm bowl of water. It was an okay match for a house show in my mind. I'm glad...
As a whole, or just the second part? Because I can be forgiving in terms of I understand the second / most of this with the 6-man is the basic bread and the meat
Yeah.
to the stand. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's kind of what I'm rating it, because the first part was an angle to set up the 6-man. It's a segment. Fine, cool, whatever. I love it. Love the fact that Jake Something's on the card, because that man absolutely deserved to be on this card. The match, fine, whatever. It's a 6-man thrown together.
fair enough.
That's all I got.
Fat Man, ask me a question.
No,
No
Dogger.
question. Make your statement.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I did actually. This one, yeah. A surprise match that was not announced until the pay-per-view itself.
So I have a problem with that. The announcers didn't know, but the ring announcer did. So I was like, interesting.
Jade's got it in.
Killer Kelly and former GCW heavyweight champion Masha Slamovich defend the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships against the returning Decay. Havoc and Rosemary have come back from the underworld. Batman, sleazy up there and sexy stats.
6 minutes and 15 seconds. Christian Thompson gave this only 2 1/4. Sleazy, the woman's wrestling enthusiast.
How dare she? It was
It's a
definite. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep thinking Kristen for some reason.
Christian.
Like as in
Christian and last year on your own.
I don't know what to tell
Ryan got it.
You guys are fucking
I
assholes.
wish we could play songs so we don't get nailed for copyrights when you say shit like that, because I immediately wanted to just go to my phone and be like, Christian!
I mean, we could cover it. We just can't say it.
Stuff. It's going me saying the big three. It's not fucking beeping Christian's song.
Right? It was 2.5 stars. It was an okay match for a house show. It was too short. I think it was, and that was my only problem with it. I think that with you give these 4 women 12 to 15, you got a really nice match on here. This was only meant to just, it was almost basically a squash match, which is kind of strange with the teams here. So I don't know what to tell you. Other than that, yeah, I want to see this again, and I want to see more time with it. That's all I could say.
It was the Mike Sanders.
Okay, we're kind of in the same area here.
I gave it to Mike Sanders.
Wasn't bad. It wasn't. Nice to see a title change on the main TNA card and not just it be on the pre-show. So they're kind of showing that, yes, I like the pawn of Hard to Kill. They've used it before, but this was a basic refresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything on this show, or one thing was another, was refreshing us all back to let's go. Let's see where we can go from here. I like Havoc and Rosemary as a tag team. I think they've done really well. And I think, and controversial or not, Rosemary is one of the top 5 knockouts of all time in TNA.
You make a case for it, yeah.
Yeah.
And
For
our
feuds, for titles, for as long as she's been there.
So now, for some reason, when you said Havoc, it got in my mind. Like some of my girlfriend was watching this for the first time, and she looked at Havoc. She goes, "She shouldn't be wearing that outfit. She's just too big of a girl." I was like, "What's wrong with it?" She's like, "I don't know. It just seemed weird." So she was more like towards the outfits of the wrestlers and the females, and more towards the wrestling. So,
I mean, my sister went to a TNA show in 2006.
7.
Was it 7?
Yeah,
I keep thinking it's
when I was-
2006 for some reason.
I was sick.
Yeah, Fat Man was sick, so my sister of all people decided, oh, I guess I'll go. And all she did was comment on the fabric of the ring gear of everyone. With one of my favorite quotes of all time to Bobby Roode, which actually popped him, was, "Hey, where'd you get the fabric of your robe?" He's like, full on Team Canada heel at this point, and he's like,
See, that shit's funny.
yeah.
Because it's
I
the
love
best
that shit.
stuff to pop the boys.
Yeah. Loved it. Oh,
Now,
man.
time to get into the great part of this fucking pay-per-view.
Was this around the time, because this is the X Division Championships next, right? So just
I'm
before
gonna-
this, they talked about the AAA thing?
Right before, yes. So we'll touch on that it did lead into AAA, and TNA have officially signed a working deal. It's going to be beneficial to both because it's not AEW fucking around. Like they would, like how they fucked around with AAA. I think this is going to go blue. The reason I know this partnership's going to go well is who ate in this match. This match was El Hilo del Vecino versus Kushida versus the 10-time record-setting X Division champion Chris Sabin in a three-way match. Sleazy's favorite for the TNA X Division Championship. Fat Man, stats him and speak.
Oh, that was okay because it was in a three-way. 12 minutes. Christian Thompson gave this. Why are you doing the swerve dance? That's not the dance.
This for me.
Because you're a white boy. That's the only move you got. 4 1/4. Sleazy,
You're so,
love
you're so lucky I didn't demand what
trios matches.
Okay. First of all, God damn it, pal.
What are you
This
mad
was-
that you like this three-way?
Yes. God damn it. Part of it was the fact that of the three people in the match, and I'll talk about the AAA thing afterwards. But of the three people in the match, two of them know how to work a three-way dance. You know what I mean? At the very bare minimum. And I dare say Kushida does as well. They don't really do them as much.
He knows how to work a three-way.
Yeah, but Japan as a whole does not do three-way matches. You know, New Japan really didn't do them. So when he did them, they're in WWE or when he was on the Indies or doing other stuff like that. Saban always did, and obviously Vikingo does because AAA. Vikingo, unlike the last match we reviewed of his, hit everything very well. And I think Vikingo as a talent as a whole is going to be one of those guys that's going to be looked back on like Sabu, where if he hits something amazingly cool, it's going to be remembered. But people are going to forget the botches and the things that he does when he misses all the time. But at the end of the day, he's making a shit ton of money. He's getting a lot of exposure. Fucking Omega put him on a motherfucking pedestal. So
I'm so glad you didn't say Matt then. Because that's, I fucking
Okay.
totally thought your brain was going to be like, Omega put him on the map. Omega didn't put him nowhere.
No. He put him on a pedestal because he worked with him in a very big company. But yeah, this match was great. 4 stars.
Whoa. You're giving a three-way match 4 stars.
stars. Yeah, I know, right?
First off, I'm going to change my statement here just because that is so... What was it missing? 4 stars you is like 4.5 stars and a three-way to like...
It's still a 3-way.
There's an Asian in it. How was it not 5 stars?
Okay, fair. You got me there.
Saban's Asian?
Yes. I'm so glad we're an audio podcast the rest of the time.
Right. Oh god.
Sleazy, you're an underrated piece of shit. 4 1/4.
Oh, fuck you.
I think the pay-per-view turned on a dime when this match happened.
100%. This was
match and
great.
every match after started off like how 2023 was described as the year of the banger. The second half of this pay-per-view was banger.
Some of the spots of this match looked like they were just there just to do moves and set up this other spot. Like there was a one spot near the beginning of the match where like Vikingo was sitting in the middle of the ring and Saban ran past him to the turnbuckle to run back to hit Kushida. It's just like, and Vikingo was just standing there, like in his way. It's just like,
normal, weird three-way tropes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Basically, it's like
Yeah, but no. Other than that, for 12 minutes, about 8 minutes of this match was just fucking awesome. So yeah,
the fact that was only 12 minutes.
that Canadian destroyer on the wrap.
Right?
Yeah.
Your neck.
Yeah.
You don't need a neck for wrestling, right?
Fuck. Okay,
God.
next, and I think the most anticipated match for Fat Man. King of the 4-star match, Josh Alexander and Alex Hammerstone. Batman?
15 minutes. Christian Thompson gave this only 4 stars.
Okay, what'd you give it?
4.5.
What was it missing?
Your face. This was unsurprisingly awesome.
Fuck you. Okay, what was it really missing?
Your face. Alexander worked on the leg and knee of Hammerstone most of the match. He sold it, and then all of a sudden just started to stop selling it near the end of the match.
So regular wrestling tropes that you don't like.
How dare you sell it right? How dare you sell it for part of the match, but not later? Yeah, it's Ryan,
and our kayfabe sport.
It's dumb. It's a dumb trope. Anyway,
the kayfabe answer in the kayfabe sport is adrenaline's a motherfucker.
But
and I broke
wrong, but that's okay. But
don't tell me wrong. I broke my arm in the middle of a rumble and then kept trying to wrestle for 2 minutes, shaking it, wondering why does it hurt so much. Didn't know it was broken because of the adrenaline. If it works in real life, you can take a part of it to make it work in our fantasy land.
It's dumb. So yeah. Yeah, it's Josh Alexander. He's awesome. He's absolutely amazing. Wrestler of the year right now.
Wrestle Kingdom happened.
Wow. Okay. One of my problems with the match.
What was your star rating first?
4.5.
What the fuck? Okay, well, I gotta say it. What the fuck was it missing?
Yes. One of my biggest problems of the match was this is Alex Hammerstone's first match in TNA. Or even if he did like a dark match or TV thing, whatever. This is his moment, right? Why would you have him hit his finisher and not have him win the match? That's my problem. The Nightmare.
I love that answer, Sleazy. I'm not gonna lie.
If you're going to give him, like, the Nightmare Pendulum is probably one of the most physically impressive finishers that were out there that no one's really seen all that much on TV or pay-per-view. It looks, for people who don't know, it looks similar to the Elevator or something similar to that. It's not quite that.
And the people that don't know what a elevator is, it's a suplex rock bottom.
Yes. Well, the reason why I bring it to Elevator specifically, because Matt Morgan, TNA, ... Okay? But that's my biggest problem with the match. I love these two guys. I thought it was great, well-paced. There's obviously, Fat Man's correct. If you're working the leg, it's got to work its way a little bit into the end, in my opinion. Especially when, his entire, moveset is working towards the ankle lock. So that's kind of an iffy thing. But the reality is that outside of that, it was still a really, really, really good match. And I loved a lot of it. I felt like that if you're going to give him, you need to protect the finish. You've already,
he did not immediately cover him afterwards.
That's true. But this is a very specific circumstance where this is a first match on a big stage for Alex Hammerstone. I don't think you've protected enough by doing that.
I appreciate that. I do enjoy that. That's something, because I've said that to people that wrestle here locally. I watched somebody use their finish, somebody kick out. I was like, why? Like, what do you mean? I was like, why do it if there wasn't a purpose? There was one guy I worked with here. He wanted to get a move over. It was a Superman punch. I was like, drop me with it. He said, what? I was like, trust me, I don't come off my feet. There's a logic to it. I kicked out of that finish, but nobody ever took me off my feet before. There was something, I didn't just kick out of the finish for the sake of kicking out of the finish. That finish looked strong before any kick out. So I want to kick out all I want. Everybody's going to be like, well, the mountain just got toppled by a punch to the jaw.
Right. And that's a similar circumstance here, in my opinion. But
next match. Hey, Fat Man.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
This one was fucking deadly. We have ABC, Ace Austin, Chris Bay defending the TNA World's Tag Team Championships versus the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Warrens, Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey, and the grizzled young veterans. Very sad, only because Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey were not the original tag team.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
The original tag team was supposed to be Speedball Mountain with Trent Seven.
Who?
And I am so sad I did not get to see that tag team name on pay-per-view.
Who?
And that's what makes me sad. Fat Man stats, and then I'll talk.
Well, it's 14-15. Christian Thompson gave it 3 3/4. But
He's an underrated piece of shit. This was a fantastic, the easiest way to me explain it, cruiserweight, light heavyweight tag team match. Because there's no real big guys here. Who was the biggest guy in this match? Zach Gibson?
who was Laredo Kid's tag team partner?
Mike Bosby Bailey.
You said Mike Bailey. I didn't know who that was.
I do apologize, sir, but I was so distraught about losing Speedball Mountain as a tag team name. It just PTSD, man.
Okay. Okay. I know who Mike Boss V. Bailey is. Okay. I don't know who Mike Bailey is, but I know who Mike Boss V. Bailey is.
Even Laredo Kid looked good for a fucking last-minute replacement for whatever happened to Trent Seven. This match was fucking fire, and I really thought Grizzled Young Vets could have won this while I was watching it.
I thought they were going to win. I really did think they were going to win here.
I had bets on scorecard and then changed it back to ABC.
I never did. I had the Grizzled Young Vets winning. The match itself, you're absolutely right. It's a junior tag through and through. I guess
what?
Here's my issue with the match is that it was, I hate to say this because it feels weird saying this, but it was too much. There's just too much going on. And I think that
dance.
That's kind of the problem too.
Fucking multi-man matches.
Right? I don't know. I gave it 3 stars. I didn't really like it nearly as much as Fat Man certainly did. And obviously you as well. But it wasn't
Fat Man?
I gave it 4 1/4. So these
see?
shit. Typical non-stop TNA action. Yeah.
Was it total non-stop action?
No, it was typical non-stop
typical non-stop action from
it means 2 things.
TNA. From TNA. And it was great, as always. So, fuck Sleazy and his underrated piece of shit.
Hey, Sleazy, I heard you're somewhat of a wrestling women's aficionado.
I believe I am.
The Jillernaut, I think, is a better name than Juggernaut. So I'm calling her the Jillernaut, Jorgen Grace, versus Trinity for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. She doesn't become RMO until she goes back to WWE.
In 2 weeks.
At the Rumble.
I love Jordan Grace. You know.
Oh fuck.
When you know me, I'm always, ceiling. She's hitting the ceiling. She's overcome the juggernaut that is Trinity.
How long was the match, Fat Man?
Oh yeah, maybe
14 minutes and 30 seconds. Christian Thompson gave this 4 stars. Sleazy, you're the woman's wrestling enthusiast.
He's
4 stars.
women's aficionado, I do believe I said.
What? No, not 4 stars. It wasn't bad. It was 3.25 for me, but
I love how that's not bad.
it's well, yeah. I mean,
still about a fucking 5.
Still a good match.
it's a good match, but it's not like holy shit, yeah, type of match. This was an obvious, obvious finish is obvious. You know what I mean? You've got Jordan Grace that needs to be the leader of the knockouts division now, especially when it's pretty much all but confirmed that Toodles to Trinity, but I think that with the match, I don't think it was enough of a rub, honestly. Does that make any... I know that sounds kind of strange, but whatever.
You were going to say stupid.
I was going to say, yeah, stupid, dumb.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. But that you are stupid, yeah.
What an asshole.
I see it. You want to add more.
What's that?
I said you want to add more, asshole.
Right? No, I think let me put it this way. I don't think Trinity made enough of an impact, to the division. And Jordan beating her did not mean as much as it should probably have been.
Look at
I
Ryan.
think I'm funny for this.
Okay.
I think this match tried to identify as big meaty men slapping meat.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
But that's it. Jordan Grace in the ring. Jordan Grace is a big bitch, boss.
Yeah.
She'll fuck you up, and she looks like it. Like she'll fuck you up. Trinity just got that
Booty.
big fish, small pond feel to her in TNA, and it's shitty. But that is the feel here for Trinity to earn her title reign because she knew she was getting a belt. Mm-hmm. And around the Royal Rumble time, any title changes automatically kind of, well,
I guess that's the end of her run.
everybody and their fucking brother or everybody and their dog is going to be in the Rumble. Oh, they lost the title. It's January. To me, all of that nonsense aside, did not take away from that match. That match was fucking great. Whether I knew Jordan Grace was winning or not, fantastic match.
3.5 stars. In my notes about that was a really good match. I moan spelled backwards. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See? Main event for the TNA World Championship. This was iPhone's Feast or Fired World Title match that he won. Moose
iPhone
versus Alex Shelley for the TNA World Championship. Fat Man.
I think he's from here.
21 minutes and 45 seconds. Christian Thompson gave this 3 3/4.
I'm going to look the exact days here now because I know it was a while, but I do want to give fucking shout out to Alex Shelley because he had a fantastic fucking title reign as TNA champion that nobody saw coming. Nobody knew it was going to happen.
It was June, right?
218 days he was TNA World Champion.
Yep.
That is a run, and I think it's a discredit to Alex Shelley that we did not talk about him at all in any awards for 2023, if that's the run he had carrying this company. Eric Young said it best at the start. They're tired of being overlooked. They've been overlooked too long. Moose
iPhone
winning was the right call.
Mm-hmm.
He's the right looking person as a wrestler compared to Alex Shelley for size. And I know little guys wrestle better, big guys look better. Moose is a
iPhone
prime example of a good guy that got the looks and that can wrestle, and he's a good fucking heel. And all of that gets overshadowed by who shows up at the end.
Yeah, I think Moose
iPhone
is going to be a great asset as the major top heel to the company. In fact, I believe that anytime you'll see Moose
iPhone
in any capacity, whether it be Moose on TV,
iPhone
Moose on pay-per-view, Moose on internet.
iPhone. Here's the thing. Every time that they did it on a commentary. I said iPhone afterwards. You can keep up all night. My girlfriend's getting so like, why are you saying iPhone? So I had to tell the story, but yeah.
No, in all seriousness, this was a good match. I once again, here,
You tried
The
to
Moose
say
technically is a
iPhone.
two-time TNA champion. You know that, right?
right? And yet this feels more important than his other wins. Is that just me?
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. When he won the title last time, it was classified as the Impact World Championship. But Moose is technically
iPhone.
a two-time
Two-time champion.
TNA
Yeah,
World Champion because of
that's fair.
they brought that belt back
Wait,
for
wait,
like
didn't he
2 days.
win? Yeah, to say, didn't he win the TNA championship while someone else had the Impact title, and then he
Yes,
won the
him and Rich
Impact
Swann.
title?
Yeah.
Yeah, then he won the Impact title. So isn't he now technically a 3-time champion? Technically,
No, because Rich Swann, I said two-time TNA. I specifically worded it that way for the naming of the belt. Yes,
Yeah,
he has
because
an
it was the
Impact-
TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, technically he's held the TNA title twice.
yeah,
Okay.
but didn't he held the Impact title?
So he's a 3-time world champion.
That's what I'm saying.
He is
yeah.
a three-time world champion, but again, that's why I worded that he's held the TNA title
Yeah.
twice.
Well, yeah,
Because of the
I
brand,
understand what
yes.
you're saying, but I'm saying he's a 3-time world champion.
My
He is.
point out of all of it was that this felt like his big win, not the first time, because Shelley held it for so long. B, this was like the big moment of TNA doing its rebrand, refreshing everything. The only problem I have, what happened after?
He's here to show the world.
Yes, he
Reddit
will.
comment of the week: Ziggler needs to change the zigzag to the knick-knack.
Well done, whoever said that.
But Rich, I had to remember that I fucking popped so hard for that. If the commentary starts calling that the knick-knack, I'm done. I'm out.
Knick knack, paddywhack, give yourself a championship.
Nick Nemeth debuted. Ash by Elegance. Former
Yeah.
Dana Brooke also debuted.
Who? Okay, out of the 5 people that technically debuted
Ziggler.
and or did a contract, who do you think would have the most long-term success
Ziggler.
in TNA? I don't think so.
You don't think Ziggler's going to be long term?
Right. I think he's there for a good time, not a long time.
Fair enough.
However, I think Brookside will be. And I think Hammerstone will be too.
I don't think Brookside will, because I think Brookside's just waiting to go back to WWE when WWE Europe kicks the fuck back off again. Or NXT Europe or whatever.
That might be the case, but that's going to be a long time. Because I don't think they're going to do that again, because here's the problem with that. The last time they tried to do that, WWE worked a bunch of the small companies into working with NXT UK, and then they got fucked out of it. So when they try it again, that's not going to happen.
Also,
And I think they're going to have a harder time the second time around doing it.
also a pandemic happened too. But
That's also true, but there was a very bad taste left in a lot of people's mouths that signed exclusive contracts to partner with NXT UK. So,
okay, well, give me the star rating for this match that you avoided giving.
4 stars.
Same rating, piece of shit.
I would like to officially announce that this be nominated for Premium Live Event of the Year.
This was better than Wrestle Kingdom 100%.
And it
I
can
want
keep
to-
its title until Rumble, maybe Mania.
I want to talk about their production values. They put more lighting in that building. They upped it. They brought the old school tunnel back, but then had a new school board. I liked it. It had a TNA feel, but with updated production values. Because Impact was starting to get a little grungy, a little dark, not well lit, but they really lit up the Palm in Vegas. So hopefully that continues.
I think it all depends on what stadium or arena or fucking bingo hall or wherever they go to for the shows.
Right, but at least this one they definitely had a lot more lighting. So
Yeah,
I'm-
fuck knots, boys.
let me throw this out to you guys.
Penis.
Ah! Yeah.
boys have penises and girls have vaginas.
It's 2024. You're not allowed to say that anymore.
Thanks for the tip. I'm quoting a movie.
It's fine.
I'm quoting fucking society. Heaven forbid
I don't
you
give
say
a
a
shit.
boy has a penis.
I don't give a shit. I'm quoting kindergarten.
How did we
Cop.
get fucking? I'm never good. We have Giselle Shaw on the show, folks.
She is.
Um,
I don't see her there.
So-
Ryan, you Giselle Shaw?
I mean, not yet, but I'll probably jerk off to her later.
Oh, fuck you guys. I know where I'll be soon. Okay, so couple quick things.
This
Number
living
one,
room?
I 100% agree with you on the production value. I think they did a great job of kind of revamping themselves here. They did a good job of what's old is new again. You're absolutely right with lighting and such. I'm actually looking up their tour because they're going back on tour. Orlando this weekend. February 23rd is No Surrender in New Orleans
Oh, PTSD.
with a Bayou Blast. I guess that's more stuff. Then they're doing Sacrifice on March 8th in Windsor. And then Impact afterwards. And then March 22nd and
Philadelphia.
23rd, they will be in the 2300 Arena, where Sleazy will most likely be. So here,
It's weird that they're going to that. They're going to Philadelphia 2 weeks before Mania.
here's the thing. I guarantee you they did that intentionally just before that block of time so it'd be cheaper for them.
Also, their talent can go work for other places, other people that weekend. And they'll
Oh, yeah,
already
absolutely.
be
They're
in-
going to be in town 2 weeks early. You watch. Anybody that know, like, what was booking these shows, I'm going early. These guys, are you staying in town long? Like, how
Right.
long?
That's my point. Yeah.
Like,
That's my
I can
point.
see that.
Yeah,
Well, I know for a fact that
because they're doing a month's worth of tapings, 100% in those 2 days.
Oh
So-
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
Well, here's the interesting part. So 2 weeks before that, GCW is running in Atlantic City. Then you've got this taping. And then you've got, after that, the collective in the entire week of wrestling for WrestleMania 2 weeks later. So over the course of that month, there's going to be 15 bookings in that month that if you worked for GCW or TNA Wrestling or both, obviously, you're picking up a bunch of stuff without moving very much at all, which is great. And I guarantee you other indie companies are going to take advantage of that as well.
WrestleCon.
Yeah, WrestleCon, well, all the stuff. WrestleCon, Defy, JCW, all the bits and pieces of the collective. What's the smaller one that runs there all the time? What the fuck is that? They run in 2300 Arena all the time.
No clue.
Probably a Fed that ends in W.
No, it's yeah, fuck you. I'm blanking on their name. They brought in Paul Heyman a few years ago when he wasn't on TV. Just to be a dick. But they're like a medium-sized company.
2C Dub.
2C Dub. No. But yeah, there's going to be a shit ton of shows over that course of the month, and it's going to be amazing wrestling. Every single drop's going to be amazing. As for the show itself, I agree with Fat Man that it was better than Wrestle Kingdom. There may have been a match or two that was better than on this show, but over the course of the show, this show was better than Wrestle Kingdom this year.
I do believe, and I will say this: Alexander versus Hammerstone was better than anything in Wrestle Kingdom.
Disagree with that, but it was
Well,
up
take
there.
a look at your star rating, sir, and figure
Go for
out
it.
how you do that.
I will like to point out for anybody.
You got to do news and rumors live too.
Yeah, no, I'm actually the first news and rumor I'm going to do is to tell you what happened on the
Oh, you know what's
TNA
funny?
taping.
You rated the 3-way for the global title 4.5, but I did not get your star rating for the IWGP Championship, sir. Someone need that.
Oh, it's less than 4.5. I think I gave it 3.5. I want to say.
I think you did too. I just didn't write it down.
Yeah.
If anything, so it won't
Well,
be
maybe
this week.
maybe the global championship was better, but
So it looks like it won't be this week's Impact, but it'll be next week's Impact. 2 matches signed on the card that will be on fucking free TV, mind you. Would be the System, which is we spoke about Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and Moose.
I thought
Thank you. They take on the Motor City Machine Guns and fucking Okada.
Huh.
And on the same
Wow.
episode, Josh Alexander and Will Ospreay.
On
Didn't they just
free
do
TV.
Alexander
For
Ospreay.
TV.
Didn't they just
Oh,
do
Nick
Alexander
Newman also
Ospreay?
played Zachary Wentz, so that probably could be on the same taping because they're in the same section of how the taping went.
I'm confused. Didn't Ospreay and Alexander already fight?
The Ospreay Alexander was the taping that happened the next day. That's what they were announcing.
But I
Oh,
thought they fought in England.
they probably have.
With Ospreay going over,
Yeah.
spoiler, somebody gets their win back.
Yay! The good guy wins. America.
Yeah.
Even though he's
Canadian, you fuck.
Even though he's Canadian.
USA, USA, you.
But that, I
Hey.
always
If Vegas could chant it for Bret Hart versus Yokozuna, I can do it here. America.
Jim Duggan tried to start a USA chant at WrestleMania 6. Can anybody tell me why that was a bad idea?
Because it was in
His
Toronto.
opponent was
Toronto.
Dino Bravo, by the way.
Because it was in Toronto.
Against a Canadian.
Against the Canadian.
Yeah. Oh God. What do we got for
How's
news?
them, what website you got to do, Sleazy?
I'm going to wrestle.buzz, which is more of a collated thing.
I
they-
like to always use wrestlinginc.com and like to give them a shout out because they're pretty good for keeping
Wrestling
up to
Inc.
date.
PW Insider, PW Torch,
I'm
Raja.com.
on Raja. Cora J tore her ACL.
Oh God.
Apparently, Hulk Hogan rescues a woman in a trapped car after a horrific accident.
In an NWO shirt.
Yes.
Well, when you're NWO, you're NWO.
Apparently,
For life.
There's also something else released about Hogan that apparently
say it.
the car crash that happened with Nick and that buddy was his karma for his use of the racial N-word. And apparently there's audio that he believes that bad shit happened because that was his N-word karma. Because there was buzz, because there was nothing else important in the news, fucking idiots got to go dragging Hulk Hogan's name into the dirt again. From 20 years ago, from 15 years ago, even from 10 years ago.
The fact that you have to, say which time that he was being ostracized from the community says a lot. Which time was it? Was it the time 20 years ago? 10 years ago? 5 years ago? Didn't he do something last week?
Probably.
It's MLW, by the way, was what I was looking for.
Oh.
So Ryan was right. It was a feather ended in the W.
Yes, he was correct.
Apparently, Bailey and Sasha were backstage at Hard to Kill.
Backstage, they were just backstage. They're in the fucking stands. Like,
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
People actually took photos. Which is fine. Wrestlers can enjoy wrestling. That's one of the biggest things that kind of gets me is that how many times do professional wrestlers like to watch wrestling? You do realize, and I don't want to blow up his spot too much, but it's been a while, so I guess we can say it that Adam Copeland was backstage at one of the 2CW shows. because he just likes wrestling. You know?
I got a nice little news rumor kind of thing here. From the Emmys, did you catch this?
Oh, yeah.
Paul Walter Hausen calls out fucking Cardona, references the NWO and Kota Ibushi. Him and Cardona have a match coming up actually in March.
Cool.
Also officially signed. I think it's sometime in February, but the match is signed. Matt Cardona versus Nick Nemeth.
Did it officially get signed?
It's in GCW in
Yeah.
Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
And for the first, what it looks like to be from 2009 to 2023, Dolph Ziggler and The Miz had at least one singles match against each other every year. And it looks like that streak's going to die this year.
That's sad. That's
That's a
pretty sad.
24-year streak. Or a 14-year streak, I'm sorry. That they had at least one singles match against each other within that calendar year.
That's sad.
I can find more. They were cool. I found right quick.
Let me talk about Kota Ibushi really quick because I know.
Let me talk, you dummies.
Let me tell you something. Like every fucking wrestling promo ever. Let me tell you something. Kota Ibushi has lost his fucking mind. He's got 2 broken ankles and refuses to get any help for them.
Yeah, he's all fucking natural healer kind of nonsense, isn't he?
It's gotten worse. He's gone off the deep end, and I think part of the reason why a lot of other wrestlers are kind of pushing away from him, and I'm not sure if Kenny's part of that or not, but he has gone like type of ridiculoush. And this is what I've heard.
Too long to come over.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. He's almost Hideo Itami level of fucked up, broken beyond any belief. And one of the things I wanted to kind of touch on about the AAA thing, while you guys are looking shit up, one of the reasons why there was that
That hasn't looked up anything.
No, I have actually.
Okay, I just saw
I'm on
you.
my,
just
no, I'm on my,
so you
no,
wasn't
I'm on my computer.
Okay.
Not on my
he's like, yeah, fuck it, fuck these assholes. Let them do the fucking
I'm
work.
waiting for Sleaze to finish so that I got one to talk about.
One of the reasons why they had any working partnership with AAA at all was because Kenny Omega at the time was the AAA champion. And I think had he not been that, they wouldn't have had any relationship whatsoever. So to have TNA have an actual partnership, it will be beneficial for them. But to kind of point to the AEW partnership that they had with AAA, it's kind of a, I don't want to say a bad faith, but it's definitely not what it could have been or should have been because they were kind of dragged into it because of Omega. So,
Speaking of AEW, Tony Khan, the bullshit between his tweets and Jinder Mahal and all that,
the GOAT.
all that fucking nonsense. You think there's a double standard because Hook, who's lost one match in AEW, goes down to get a title shot. Well, Jinder Mahal, who's been out for like years and loses almost every match, got a title shot against Rollins. Ryan.
I want to let you finish before I go on my rant. I just realized I should let you before you finish so I can know whether I'm ranting properly.
He thinks there's a double standard because people bitch and complain about AEW and people getting title shots. They thought Hook was be like, why are you having Hook face Samoa Joe? He's only lost one match, blah, 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 but Jinder Mahal's lost everything. But he's getting a title shot. That's basically it. Just Tony Khan. And then him and Eric Bischoff got into it, and it was funny, but other than that, yeah. But okay, go ahead.
You know what's funny about that situation? Jinder Mahal is a more credible champion in the eyes of WWE Universe versus Hook in the eyes of the AEW Universe. Because WWE and AEW are 2 different fucking promotions. AEW wants their real sports feel like New Japan and that wins matter. WWE outright said wins and losses don't matter. And it's proof that Jinder Mahal almost won the fucking world title last night / Monday night. And people fucking believed in and bought into it because WWE can and will produce stars and knows how to turn somebody in a moment's notice Make them a credible main event threat.
His promo before the match was fucking god level.
If they didn't trust Jinder, they wouldn't have put him in the fucking ring with The Rock.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up, because according to
Fuck
Dave
Dave Meltzer.
the reason why that match was so short, because they did not trust Jinder Mahal.
That's bullshit.
100%. If they didn't trust him, they wouldn't put him in there with The Rock. They wouldn't give him the push that he's gotten recently, and they wouldn't put him in there against Seth Rollins. If they didn't trust him. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Go suck Tony Khan. Go suck coke off Tony Khan's fucking dick.
Don't do that. That's a waste of coke. Snort it off his dick, if anything. Fuck. Jesus Christ, coke's expensive. Just
Tony, Dave Meltzer doesn't know how to do anything right, so that's why I said it like that.
I feel that too many people shit on. With apologies to the Rock Solid boys, because I do enjoy them and I get who they are for the AEW fans that they are. Most AEW fans are fucking idiots and will blissfully be ignorant towards stuff. You can't compare Hook getting the title shot and Jinder Mahal getting the title shot because of how both companies produce their shows and how both companies do their thing. Hook, all the same, still is not fucking caliber for a world title. Why? Because he's 28-1. He never beat nobody.
Who'd he ever beat?
Thank you.
Also, AEW says wins and losses matter. They only matter when they want them to matter. They only matter.
You remember with FTR were the number one ranked tag team for like 6 months, and then everybody else is getting title shots.
Title shots, yeah. Like they only matter when it fits their narrative of when they want it to matter. AEW's wins and loss records, quote unquote, they don't fucking matter. There was a time where someone lost every match, won a battle royal to win a number one contendership, and then lost the title match. But like, if wins and losses matter, you win that one match, you get a title. Like that's stupid. They shouldn't have been in the battle royal.
The Money in the Bank winner's curse is exactly the proof why wins and losses don't matter in WWE.
I still hate it.
I know you hate it, but you know it doesn't matter because you forget about every fucking loss. Oh, fuck to the world champion.
The only one I remember that I hated so much was Sheamus when he lost, wins Money in the Bank, lost, wins the world title, and then immediately loses like a month later. Like, it was just mind-boggling. Like, but yeah. Yes, I know it doesn't matter, but it pisses me off because if you want to push the guy, have him win matches. They're doing a little bit better job with Damian Priest. I know a couple weeks ago I was being a dick about it, but at least he's winning matches. So that's a start.
I will say, for anybody that says Tony Khan can't get wrestlers over, they are wrong. Look how fucking over Jinder Mahal got.
Right.
Yep.
How about working about getting your wrestlers over in your own fed? Like, I get it, but
somebody posted like somebody posted that I think on Twitter. They're all like, I don't want to hear Tony Khan say he got Jinder Mahal over so bad or so good.
Jack Perry appears. I just saw this one as I'm scrolling.
Jack
Perry appears at a New Japan event, rips up the AEW contract, and puts scapegoat on his arm as a wristband.
Lizzie, what are those magical words you always say?
It's a fucking work,
bro.
Dumb.
Bro. It is dumb. I will agree.
Jack Perry should have been the devil if the other option was this.
Yes.
I personally think CM Punk should have been the devil from the beginning.
I think that was the plan.
It had to be Cole.
Yeah, it was always. Without question, it had to have been Cole.
They fucked with my head a little bit when they did the windshield spot because in my mind I was like, it might be Jack Perry. I wouldn't hate it. It seemed like it was best of a bad situation, which is most AEW booking. But him going into New Japan, angle or not,
Yeah.
man, like there's nothing else I can say to it. Like Jack Perry didn't get big enough for that to be
right. apparently I'm sorry. Anal spelled backwards had MRSA in her finger.
Oh, no,
Holy shit!
picture on Instagram with her ass out in the hospital.
I just saw it.
Great.
Does
Dark Side of the Ring has reportedly been renewed for a 5th season.
Yay, let's have 7 episodes why everybody hates Vince McMahon. He's a dickhead, even though everybody's here because of Vince McMahon. Go to fuck. I love Dark Side of the Ring. I just hate when they tear into Vince all the time. Because, okay, so Vince was a piece of shit, boys. Do you understand how many people in wrestling are pieces of shit? You're just going to big on him? Fuck off.
Yeah.
I just found out. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if we talked about this. The Lee Fitting replacing Kevin Dunn.
And you can already notice the fucking difference in the qualities on Raw and SmackDown are doing their backstage shit.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, this is a PW Insider reporting that people were upset because they didn't hire, quote, their own people with experience as WWE employees for that position. So
What? I don't get why that matters.
I don't get it. It's bullshit, I think, but
Ooh.
I would agree.
Odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble for odds this year is CM Punk. Gunther's at second, and Cody Rhodes is at third. But there is a interesting name from the odds people in terms of how high the odds is for them. MJF, Drew McIntyre, and Jey Uso are all at plus 1,000, putting them as the 5th, 6th, and 7th most likely people to win the Rumble as per betting odds.
Okay.
So MJF is hurt.
Yes. Yes. The shocker. The bidding war of 2024 is on.
So
I love unimpressed you. I wish the people that could listen to this Saturday could see your face because
my face,
unimpressed. Like
mine are sleazies.
Yes, I was talking about sleazy, but
like they stopped pushing him when he won the world title because he already fucking resigned. He already resigned. There's 100% he already resigned.
Yeah.
Here's a tag title too. We're not pushing you though.
Right.
Like Cena and Hogan levels of ridiculous winning. We're not pushing him though.
Yeah, it's what
Sakes.
Yeah. I think that might be it for me on this end, boys.
I can't find anything else. Yeah, I can't. I don't see anything else currently.
Amazon could be favorite to land WWE Monday Night Raw deal.
Like I said, I'd be very happy if they did.
Because you can watch it.
Yes. I don't think NBC is not re-signing that.
Well, they already got SmackDown. I don't see them. And they already got Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
This is just me. I just don't see them putting up another $1.5 billion, $2 billion for Raw.
Why not?
I
don't know.
You're talking about Amazon, right?
No,
Peacock,
NBC. Only because, and there's only there's a reason why, and it has nothing to do with WWE. I think NBC is going to get the NBA rights, and they're going to put their money towards that and SmackDown, and somebody's going to get the Raw. Don't know who, but
the Raw.
I think
that's just speculation on my part. I think that they're going to try to get the NBA rights, and
I think they're going to try and get Raw cheap. And if Amazon throws a bunch of money at them, they'll go to Amazon. But I believe Amazon would be the only one that would be in a position to throw enough money at them that they would turn their heads towards it.
100%, but they're not going to get Raw cheap.
I want to point out, though, beforehand, Nobody thought NBC was getting SmackDown to the weeks up to that signing. The top 3 people that were on that, it's almost a lock that Fox is resigning and blah 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 blah, and the top 3 people were Fox and
here's the thing about those
Netflix.
negotiations: you're never gonna know until it's announced.
Right. So to sit here and say
This is just speculation on my part. This is just me saying I don't think NBC Universal is going to get Raw because I think they're going to get the NBA deal.
right.
They could get both, or they could just go for Raw, or they could just go for NBA. I won't be surprised on either 3 options, but I just don't think they're going to. And there goes Ryan. Get Raw because I think they're going to put all the rest of the resources towards the NBA.
Securing NBA rights. Do you think there's enough money in it
For the NBA rights? 100%.
What's the number that
They
you
draw.
believe?
They're the second highest ratings draw than over the NFL. I don't know why it's the worst sport, but people watch it, and and NBC had it for years, and then they lost it to ESPN and TNT. I think they want it back, and they lost hockey to TNT. And ESPN, I think, and the only thing they really got is NFL.
There's one other thing that they got, I believe. I believe they still.
Well, they got the Olympics.
Yes, the Olympics.
Every 2 years.
Yeah,
but
that's a lot of money, though.
It is a lot of money, but you can get more through NBA every year.
I'm not saying that's not.
You can air it from October to May or June if they get the NBA Finals. So, I mean, what else do they have during that time? They got the NFL until January, and then the Super Bowl once every 4 years. And I mean, that's.
I'm not saying it's not a good play. I'm wondering how much will that cost them.
I won't be surprised if it's $2 billion a year.
That's a lot of money.
Maybe it may be less than that, but I don't even think it. But 1.5-2 billion a year.
Let me throw this at you. Amazon comes in, makes a play for NBA. Do you believe that would be? Do you think they would throw enough money at the NBA to have them exclusively being hosted on Amazon?
All their games?
Yeah, especially considering that now NBA or Amazon Prime Video is now adding ads into their current subscription price. And if you want ad-free stuff, it's an extra $2.99 a month.
If they bring League Pass over with it, I think it's worth it. If they just air because now ABC is now going to be airing Wednesday night games and Saturday night games because no college football, and I don't know why Wednesday is weird, but
they want to go up against Dynamite, their biggest competition.
But and they're airing them on ABC, not ESPN. So broadcast. So I mean, if you bring League Pass over, we get every game.
Okay.
If they do bring League Pass over and they get the exclusive rights, you can either say, hey, you can get the Wednesday night games and the Saturday night games and probably a playoff series or 2 with Amazon Prime, or you can pay an extra $100 a year and get League Pass. That is a nice add-on to it also.
Not to be too far off from what YouTube TV did, where they kind of bundled it into it almost.
NFL Sunday Ticket to where here's on DirecTV it was 150, then it rose up to $250. It was fucking 400 if you don't have YouTube TV. Yeah. $350 if you have YouTube TV.
Unbelievable. Unbelievably high.
And guess what? It worked.
Well, at the end of the day, if only half the amount of people sign up for it, they still made exactly the same amount of money.
I think they released the numbers. More people signed up for Sunday Ticket than the last like 3 or 4 years on DirecTV combined, because people went away from DirecTV. But still,
yeah, well, I mean, look at how many people have access to DirecTV and want to pay for that. I mean, the satellite companies have a big problem when it comes to that kind of stuff because nobody wants to pay for all the extra bits and pieces of it. Like it's $80-$90 a month for any type of cable or satellite TV nowadays. Mm-hmm. So if you already have YouTube TV, yeah, it sucks to pay extra for it, but at the end of the day,
if you think about it,
you're paying less.
Here's the thing: if you think about it, you're like, oh, you pay $350 as opposed to $450. But with YouTube TV, it's $80 a month, so you're paying $20 less a month for those months. So you're not really paying anything less, really. Like, so
aggregately, you're not.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it stings more. Yeah, I get it. I know we kind of went off on a tangent there, but
we always do that when we talk about streaming services, and
right.
But at the end of the day, I don't think NBC is getting Raw. I would like to see it kept on USA, but I don't think it will. I don't think streaming is going to be there yet. We talk about ad revenue, but Amazon could throw them a bunch of money and be like, "Hey, here's $2 billion a year." I don't see that happening, but just say it. Hey, it's $2 billion a year. Plus, now we have built-in ads for your 3-hour show. You get 60% of the ad revenue too.
Oh, and by the way, WWE, we can put while you're watching Raw a lower third that says buy your WWE merchandise here now.
They got to deal with Fanatics, so that's not gonna happen.
They also have an Amazon store already.
WWE does?
Yes, they do. Not many people talk about it, but they absolutely do. And that's a great example of a cross merchandising opportunity. They may have the Fanatics deal, but they still have the Amazon store where they can sell whatever the fuck they want.
WWE shop on Fanatics.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's going to be, if they do it, that's going to be part of the deal because that's what you want. What a better way to merchandise yourself than during the show have an ad pop up to go to this specific place and click here to buy our fucking merch. I would kill for that in any show I was watching if I was producing it. So let's kind of put a nightcap on this show. Ryan, go fuck yourself. He's Ryan Butt Gotcha on TikTok and X. Go over to the r/the wrestling show on Reddit. Cool stuff. Both myself and Ryan float around Reddit all over the place. You'll find us there. We're not going to talk too much about the scorecards, but I believe Dietz. Fuck him.
On Ryan. Fuck him.
But specifically Dietz because I think he won the squared circle one too. So double fuck him. I'm at TW Sleazy.
TWS Fat Man.
We're Sleazy Fat Man on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Please go on over there and give us a like. Videos you can find at twitch.tv/SleazyandFatman, youtube.com/SleazyandFatman, premium videos at onlyfans.com/The Wrestling Show. Please go on over there. Subscribe to our channels. Make sure you click the little bell to notify when we go live or when our episodes go on YouTube. You can find all sorts of content at WrestlingShow.com, including articles, merch, and a ton of other cool stuff. This year, we're going to really hunker down and try and get more content for you guys on the website. It's probably more articles, other cool stuff like that. But yeah, you can get this podcast every Saturday morning wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, and Podbean. Don't hesitate to rate us on your favorite platform and click automatic downloads. It really does help us out. So with a big fuck you to Ryan, who left, but thanks to Ryan. And as always, for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan and his alleged coke habit. Hot dog's not a sandwich. The Subway's not a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. Next week we are doing. I fucking forgot.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The blood shed in your name. When there's nothing to gain.